Hello. I'm at the parking lot for the dentist. It also has my gynecologist, the children's doctors. There's all sorts of things. It's like a medical complex, so yeah, I don't actually have a normal doctor. I should probably change that situation. The mask was a little crumply. The parking lot is very empty, so I'm hoping maybe I don't even need this in the lobby. I get very anxious at the dentist because there's all this spray, but I mean, what can I do? I have to have my mask off when I'm in the room, in the exam room. But game time decision, I think. I'll have it in my hand. Just paired up my new phone with the car because I haven't been driving around. And Jax is actually at lunch with friends by himself. The friends are girls, but there's two of them, and he walked there because it was pretty close to our house. I think Dan took some of his Christmas money to pay for it because it isn't the cheapest place, a Korean place. So that's fun. He sent me pictures of his food with his new phone. I can't track him because he's on Android now. So I was like, tell me when you get there. I can't look to see that you made it anymore. Sebastian is the one I can track now. So we'll see how his battery lasts. It was at 67 because he's been using it nonstop to call me, playing outside all morning. I've been braiding. I did one little section and I don't... Oh, there's the green. Do you see it? Started to put some green in, but I probably got about 10 braids done, so it doesn't make much of a difference yet. Anyway, what time is it? Why is it sitting on messages? Okay, it is 12 minutes to my appointment, so I'm gonna go ahead in. I've got knitting, and it's just gonna be annoying. I've got a lot of post-nasal drip. I feel like I always do. If I'm not getting over a cold when I go to the dentist, I have allergies, so good thing they mask up too, but I'm sure I was contagious ages ago because I got this on Friday, and I'm snotty for 2 weeks. Alright, let's go do it. Dentist day is the best day because then you have the longest amount of time till the next dentist appointment, unless there's something wrong and you have to go back. So let's go. Hello, it is so messy in here, it's driving me crazy. I literally vacuumed this rug on Christmas Eve night, like at 9 p.m. It already looks like that. This one actually looks better and I didn't vacuum that one. Anyway, went to the dentist and then took a walk with Jax. Totally jinxed myself talking about how I have ancient fillings that are gradually needing to be redone, because yeah, I've got one even better. It's like the absolute worst one where it was deep and had another cavity and another spot on the tooth. So I get to get a crown for the first time. No root canal or anything. It's just literally they would not have enough tooth left to safely do the filling if they want to really, like, they're seeing some decay under the filling because it's failing. So yeah, they wouldn't be able to clean it up enough. I was not happy. The whole experience was good, and I really like my dentist now. I mean, I don't like how much of a hot mess the admin has been since they changed things around, but I finally got to hang out with her. She actually did my cleaning, which was weird. Like, I was expecting a hygienist, and it was the assistant of my original dentist who retired. She's like, well, I haven't seen you in years. Do you ever remember me? I was Dr. So-and-so's assistant. And I was wondering why I didn't have a hygienist, because she doesn't clean teeth. And it turns out they have the new laser that Dan just had when he had his deep cleaning. It's the Cavitron. They said Cavitron. I was like, Cavitron? And they thought I was scared. She's like, oh no, I shouldn't have said the name. I'm like, no, that's hilarious. It sounds like a cartoon laser. Cavitron. And then I promptly didn't listen to anything else she said because I was just repeating the name Cavitron in my head. But yeah, they clean my teeth with lasers. I kind of like the scraping though, because it's never that bad for me and it's very soothing. Anyway, I had x-rays done, which is why every year when I get the x-rays done, they decide on another filling that needs to be done. This one's just gonna be $1,000. Yay, I love that for me. That's with health insurance and dental insurance. We are changing 3 days before my appointment to a new insurance, so I guess it could be a different estimate. So there's that too. I hate having to give new insurance information. It's very stressful because it's all under Dan's name and I never know all the information. So I'm gonna try to sort that out ahead of time. But I don't have a lot of time because I was like, make me an appointment for as soon as possible. I like to get these kind of things over with. And what's worse, this is a 2-week process because they stick some stupid thing in my mouth that's gonna drive me crazy for 2 weeks, and then I come back for the real top of my tooth. It's so weird. I don't like it. It makes me nervous to have something like that because I'm like, is that more likely to decay? And she's like, well, no. I'm like, oh, why can't teeth just not suck? I have really good teeth, but I didn't take care of them starting in college for like about 10 years. And I mean, I finally got it taken care of when I decided to fully adult myself, but now here we are 20 years later. I don't know how many years later, but yeah, my fillings are older than my children and I'm having to deal with them. And this one is just gonna be like this, and maybe there'll be another one like that. I don't know, hopefully not. But it's better. I mean, I don't have a root canal, so grateful for that. This is why I want to get it taken care of as soon as possible. And literally whenever I get there and they're like, so how is it going? Any mouth issues? I'm always like, no, I literally don't feel any pain in my mouth. I'm like super high tolerance mouth pain, which makes me nervous because I know I have very old fillings that we've been redoing. She's like, that's why the x-ray. We can find it for you. So this sucks, but yeah. Literally a week from the appointment I just had, I will be back having chunks of my tooth removed. Yay. Well, I guess it's not my tooth, it's old filling. They're just taking a tiny little bit of my tooth around the edge. They're removing the fake tooth bits that I have in there, putting a bigger, I guess, I mean, since it's like tooth, and the deeper one, it goes on the side, and then there's a shallow one on the very top surface. So I guess I'll just go a little bit in between the two. What will be taken away? I don't know. Teeth are gross, but I like to know about things. So I was trying to ask questions. Just really grateful about the no root canal thing because everybody says that's really bad. And I don't get numb very easily. So that'll be that. She did talk to me about my heart issues. I've never been told I need to take antibiotics, and she was a little concerned. And did admit that I haven't been to my cardiologist since the pandemic. And there's no way for me to get advice from them at this point when it's a week away, because they would be like, we haven't seen you in so long, we need to see you before we can make recommendations. So we're just going for it. We're just going for it. I'm pretty sure back in the day they said it was fine and I didn't need anything. But I will request that the Novocaine be the one that's more gentle on my heart, even though it has some other disadvantages. It's fine. I just want to get this over with. And I don't want to deal with the fakeness. If you've had a crown, tell me what the temporary crowns are like. I hear stories about people losing their temporary crowns. Am I going to have to eat mush for 2 weeks? How does that work? I don't want my tooth exposed. Oh my goodness. I don't like this, but I just had a feeling that one of those fillings needed something. It just had to be a doozy. And we're paying so much money for Dan's dental stuff right now that $900 some odd is gonna hurt. Going on the credit cards. I don't know if he's gonna want me to use the FSA because he's already planning to use so much of it. But anyway, the walk helped a little bit. I'm a little calmer. I'm gonna get myself some ice water and I think crochet a little bit, or maybe I should just go up and go back to braiding because I just put on videos and that's kind of calming too. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. And so I can turn this off. And I'll do crochet later because I think this mess is stressing me out down here and I just don't want that. I don't need that. So we're gonna get some ice water and work on braids, and I will see you later. Hello friends, just finished my bath. You can kind of see some of my new hair popping out there. I was gonna push my glasses off. I got 21 braids done today. My goal was 20, on top of having the dentist and a walk with Jax, and I got all that done. Wasn't the news I wanted from the dentist, but I was preparing myself for a filling redo. I mean, my fillings are 20 years old. How am I that old? But I knew there was going to be one. It's every other appointment, once a year I get the x-rays, and that's when they're like, okay, we're going to redo this one. Last year I think I requested it because I was like, I feel the top, the little dent. They're like, maybe it's chipped off a little bit, but I insisted we need to redo this because if I think something's wrong, or if I know something's wrong with my teeth, then I cannot sleep well. I will get anxiety attacks, I'll get nightmares about teeth. So it's gonna be a rough week because I know something's going on, that there's a tiny line of decay around that cavity, that filling. I mean, they were going back and forth between previous x-rays and like zooming in and just like, is it changing? Is it getting worse? Do we need to do this now? It was like, we're waiting. And honestly, if they said we could wait 6 more months, I might have been like, let's just do it now. If I'm being truthful, I just don't want to do it at all, because not because of the process, that's going to be rough, but it's only 2 weeks of my life, but because I feel like that's just a ticking time bomb in there. It's like the fillings, they're in there, and I know they don't last forever, so I have to start replacing them. If you got like breast implants, they don't last forever. You're gonna have to go through that surgery again. So it's just, I feel like maybe that doesn't even last as long as a cavity filling. I don't know. So I just hate that that's gonna be in there, and that's what I hate. But I will accept it. And maybe I need to talk to them and see if there's any other spots where if we need to replace the filling, that it would need to be crown again. Because if I have that in my head already, as this is coming up in the future when this one needs to be done, then maybe I'd just be like, oh man, okay, I knew it was coming. Instead of that feeling of dread that just spread through me while she was talking. I wonder if my face got red because I just felt the heat of dread spread through my face, and I just started knitting faster. Yes, I was knitting the entire appointment. Usually I try to take a nap when they're doing the little scraping because it's so, I don't know, crazy, it's soothing, but she did a laser instead, the Cavatron. Cavatron. Sebastian said it sounds like something from the Transformers, and that's true because they come from Cybertron. Maybe the Transformers invented the Cavatron. Anyway, I was knitting while she is the Cavatron, and I didn't have to look at it. I chose a sweater where I'm just going around and I can just do it by feel. So when she sat me up, she was all done, but then she was like still going back and forth about it and bringing up x-rays, asking them to go back and see if they did the filling. I'm like, no, you didn't do the filling. I don't have any like new fillings from, maybe there might have, no, I think all of my fillings. There might have been one tiny filling that they did in the like 10 years I've gone to them. Everything else was from that one time where I hadn't gone to the dentist. It took 4 trips to clean my teeth and then more trips to fill all the fillings. It was something like 14 cavities. Some were like filled with the same thing. Some were buffed out. It was ridiculous. Don't ever skip the dentist. I got what I deserved. But yeah, I was like, no, you're not gonna find it. They went back as far as they can and like, no, that's always been there. I don't know if she was thinking maybe if it was like a newer filling, she didn't need to do it so soon. I'm like, dude, these things are past their warranty. So yeah, I was already sitting up, like ready to check out. And she was like, just tip your head back. I wanna look one more time. So yeah, it was a last minute decision to go ahead with this, but it's gonna cost me over $900. Why does it cost that much? Dan was like, that's really expensive. And looking it up, they do cost between $1,000 and $4,000, but more in the like $1,500 range. This is like before insurance. And I think mine is like $2,500 before insurance. So yeah, something like that. It is a little pricey, but I just need to get this done. I just need to get it done. So I just need to center myself and not dwell. Put in some good habits this week. Make sure I'm not crunching on ice. I like to suck on ice, and I think because we have chipped ice, sometimes I like to break the pieces apart, but I think that'll be too much with a temporary crown. So in the bath tonight, I made sure I just held the ice in my mouth, and I will train myself for that. Anything hard is going to go to this side of the mouth for the next week, and then I'm assuming they're going to tell me not to eat hard things at all for the temporary. But I'll probably start getting in my head soft foods to eat and training this side of the mouth to take anything questionable, because we don't want to knock that loose. Again, if you've had one, please tell me your experience, especially if you've had it without the root canal, because this is not a decayed tooth situation. It's just a rather awkward deep cavity on the side of a tooth that had a shallow cavity on top. So it's like a whole corner, and that's just too much. So it has a tiny faint line of decay starting. So if you've had that experience, but even if you've had a root canal, I want to know what it's like to have the temporary and what it's like to have the crown, and do they fall off, the temporary ones and the permanent ones. So yeah, if you could preferably tell me good stories, but honestly I like to know the real truth. So I will let you go with that. It was a very toothy day, and I don't like teeth, so there's that. But tomorrow's a new day. We have the weekend. We'll get through it. And the day I go to the dentist is a busy day because Piggy has grooming before that, so maybe that'll just help me not stress as much because I'll be busy. I don't know. Okay, good night, friends. Stay safe, be kind, stop spamming me, and don't forget, wash your hands.